Okay. Hey guys, LucarioShirona here, and happy Pokemon Day! Oh boy. I actually I did technically watch the Pokemon Resistance as showed earlier. I just the timing wise, I need to adjust my how the time I wake up because the hours they put out the Pokemon Presents or Nintendo in general, well, it's like always in the morning, so it's like it's hard for me to get to get me to do a proper reaction. So I kind of a little bit spoiled, but that's beside the point. I want to talk about my thoughts about the new Pokemon game that's been announced, or Gen 10, more or less. So it's kind of crazy to think about. We're finally here. It's kind of switched to. And the reveal is crazy, and I love how the build up they went with here. Because at first it's like you kind of look and you realize it's actually the history of Pokemon, starting from Gen 1, the Kanto, and then you see Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh. Yeah, the only snowiest region, huh? Unova, Kalos, Luma City. We're last there in Legends Arceus. I mean, ZA. And then Alola, Galar, and Paldea. And now we'll be on our way to our news region. I think some people have addressed what this one is. It's supposed to be a third world country. It looks nice. I mean, right now, this is just obviously a cinematic reveal trailer. Our special Pikachu is right here. Mr. Windy Chew and Miss Wavy Chew. Oh my gosh. So yeah, and then we get to this Game Freak, obviously, and bam! This is like, holy crud! This is a Pokemon game. This isn't an actual mainline Pokemon game. This is, oh my gosh! It's like, it's crazy to see how much of glow up this is done. Done by Game Freak. Like I always knew they could be capable of making something good, and bam! I mean, there was actually this one PlayStation 5 game I heard about. I looked it up, and like, Game Freak was also involved, but also not the entire team was involved. But the game looked really good, so I knew right off the bat that Game Freak's capable. So to see this is like, cool, yes. Yeah, oh yeah, let's just kind of get bounced back because let's talk about this starters. They should show up right about now. Sprouts right here. I really like them. Sprouts, Pombon, and Quaquea. I like them. I really like them a lot. And I'm gonna be honest, I actually find their names a lot easier to pronounce properly in comparison to the last gen starters. Rigito, Linkoco, and it just rolls off the tongue for me. I understand the idea of what their language, where the origin of those stars are from, but I find it in the game. Find them try this. If you're sticking for a localized English name, it is a bit easier to roll off the tongue, but there's a lot to unpack here. Yeah, that's another thing to mention. It's like, it's how they get revealed that Yeah, a lot of people talk about the cloud right over there, but maybe the star legendary. But oh, look at that! We're going underwater. We haven't had this since the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphires of somewhere. That's crazy. Oh, and then we get our title of Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves. So yeah, this is crazy. I really like this. I am excited. Also, the crazy thing is the global simultaneous release of 2027. Oh boy, that means a lot of people expected, including myself, expected that probably later this year, but no, this is coming out next year. What time? I have no idea. It's kind of crazy. Also switch to my sister Sibyl. She actually does not own a Switch 2 yet. I do. I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake a lot. So yeah. The only reason my sister didn't get it because she was expecting a special edition, and Nintendo has not pumped one out yet. So she's been left out due to, let's just say, ambition. A little ambitious of hoping special release Switch 2 case or whatnot. Oh well. Hopefully my sister gets hers soon. So let's actually talk about a bit more about the game, because I actually had the website up. I just kind of need to get it up. And let's see, browser. This is this one. No, just gotta give me a moment to try to find the. Was it? No. I'm just trying to find the one I was looking for. Here we are, Pokemon Waves, and so let's take a look about a new stages set on the Pokemon series. Pokemon Winds and Waves, all new entry in the Pokemon video game series will be released exclusively on Switch 2. Yep. So I mean that's kind of obvious. I mean, if you've seen the trailer, this much foliage is not something the Switch 1 could handle, even with some of the more impressive games. Let's see, is this the trailer? Yeah, it is. A new town released an open world to explore with beautiful windswept islands and a vast ocean of glittering waves that ebb and flow. The Pokemon that lives in harmony in this region, lush environments have developed their own unique ecosystem. By visiting these islands, you're sure to open the door to brand new adventures that could only be found there. During this adventure, you'll be able to team up with all kinds of Pokemon to overcome both difficult roads ahead and even the forces of nature that blocks your path at times. So I'm actually very curious because that means we multiple islands. I think this information has been leaked because there was a major leak from Game Freak that kind of showed a bit of what was going on behind the scenes and the development in the previous generations, as well as Winds and Waves. We actually we were leaked with the name and with some of the early development of the game, so that's not fun. But now I get to see it. It's like I have a lot of questions of how traversing islands will work. I'm very excited to say the least. But this looks like screenshots and like, holy cow. This is a Pokemon game. This is a Pokemon game. I am in shock how much a massive glow up the environments look. I mean, past games are just fine. That's it. But people expected more, especially when they coming to Switch hardware. And Game Freak had a really rough time going. But this is not just the fact that there's a massive glow up in like engine graphic capabilities. The environments actually look good, like an actual environment. The next time, oh gosh, yes, look at the lighting there. The lighting is also doing its work, showing that Game Freak Game Freak can do it. They can actually make a game. The Pokemon models actually feel like they're in the environment as well. So it's something that I remember with Scarlet Violet, that the Pokemon models are actually been updated, have a bit more texture, they feel a little more lively, but it's a good mix of their 2D anime aesthetics with a little bit of realism in the bit of realism a bit. So yeah, I really do like it. The Duskulls actually look a little roomy, if it's lack of better words. You see the Wingles, I think that's what I have to remember that they're called. They're flying over. You can see the ocean floor. That is nuts. That's not something you see in past Pokemon games. They get to this, like, I mean, understandably, it's only because like due to limitations, and then there's like, do we need to make it? But they put the effort of actually making it the underwater environment. That's crazy. And there we are. And you can see there's a bit of pathways. Kind of just goes to show that, yeah, there is underwater traversal with all the wild Pokemon. I'm very curious to how this one will be like. And then we have a different environments. The water looks nice. Even it's not as wavy as the other environment. I mean, it makes sense because this is like essentially a swamp. So waves are not something you're supposed to expect to see. Oh, the Whale Lord. And the lighting on it is really good here. You see the bit more active waves, which is like, yes, this should be the expected environment we want to see out of the ocean in the Pokemon world. And to see some wild Pokemon is really good. It's, of course, one of the new locations in the Pokemon game that was just even shown in the first trailer. It looks really nice. And then as I was speaking again about the, these are called Slugma, right? Their environment, their models, it's not solid. I mean, like, it's not flat texture solid. They're actually like glowing because they are lava. Slugma, what is it? I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, they're Slugma. Yeah, I really like that. Trying to get to the next environment, and then Krabby and ooh boy, what's going on here? Hold on, this is weird. It's weird. It's not really interrupting much, but yeah, you see, I forgot that one on the sand, one for the Lola, Krabby. That's a nice looking environment in the nights. So it's like there's a lot of massive glow up. And then the new Pokemon location, it probably is a hotel resort. Yeah, it is, because you see a lot of pools, a lot of bit of the environment look like something you see in a resort. In a sense, in a futuristic kind of way. Are those water slides? No, there's no way. They look pretty dangerous for water slides. I think it's just a decorative look to it, dude. And then if you actually saw the trailer, these moving windmill things are actually moving. Whereas the reveal back in Scarlet Violet, the frame rates are horrendous. But in the trailer for Wind and Waves, it's smooth. It is really smooth. It's a lot. It's crazy. So let's kind of get back. What's going on here? Anyhow, let's get going. Then the first main characters. Now, this is very neat. So, you actually have the characters treated differently based on to which version of the game you get. So, your player will become the main character of the adventure, and you'll dive into the world of winds and waves, and outfits of your Pokemon will differ between each version. And that's very neat. Yeah. This is very interesting. I actually do. Yeah, I wonder. It really goes to show that you. I mean, I'm pretty sure the characters you should be able to change outfits throughout the game. I'm very curious what they're holding. It looks like I'm not really sure. It's like like is that like our newest Pokédex? It's really hard to say, but in a lot of ways, like if it is a Pokédex, I'm actually glad because we kind of had a Rotom phone low for a little too long. 2 generations. That's maybe short, but each generation goes stretches out for quite a long time. Huh, the clouds. One of these clouds looks like a Pokemon. And then we get our new starter. 3 Pokemon you can start up to Route, the bean chick Pokemon, Palmon, the puppy Pokemon, and Klikua, the water gecko Pokemon. Choose one to be your starter and sell the new adventure together. So yeah, I like them. I actually really like their designs. They are really cute. Especially Palmon. Uh, so yeah, we're starting with Rao. This Pokemon runs about I can't pronounce it. Slide photosynthesizing using leaves on its brows. It's lively, but it can also be a bit clumsy. So yeah, those leaves are supposedly its eyebrows. That's interesting. It might be a chicken Pokemon, so I think the grass chicken. That seems to be the case. The next we have is a Pomeranian puppy. My sister showed me a picture. Apparently, her boyfriend already actually showed her a picture that it. Like I knew my sister was gonna love Pom. It's a puppy Pomeranian Pokemon. It's adorable. Come on, the area flows below its throat, glows faintly from its heating generating organs within its lung. This Pokemon is gillless and friendly. And then we have Kikua, Kekua, Kekua, Kakua, Quackua, Quack, Quackua, Quack. Because it's supposedly Aqua. So it's like Gekua, Kakua, I think. This Pokemon launches swinging balls of water from its tail, so that's interesting. Kekua is very intelligent and maneuvers really well pulling on airs. That's interesting. I like it. This one's also cute. And not much else to say. So yeah, I think we're at the last stretch, and we mentioned about these guys before. The latest video features the appearance of some Pokemon with brand new Pikachu's with brand new look. Just how could these Pikachu be involved with your adventure? Look forward to future announcements. I'm very curious too. I actually, it's interesting. Their names are also very interesting. The fact that they're like called Mr. Windy Chew and Wavy Chew. They're cute. They're really cute. Really cute designs. I'll be laughing my butt off if they actually end up being the mascots of Windy Wyndham Waves. I mean, I would not be opposed to that because for the longest time, the mascots are usually regulated to the what do you call them? Oh yeah, the legendary Pokemon. It's not saying there won't be any there's no legendary in this game. They will be. I'm saying is that this could go back to the very first game of the very first with fire and with red and green, where the mascots are literally the starters, and the legendaries you're supposed to counter are something you only end up actually encountering within the game, and not something they would announce. I mean, was it the case? I don't know. It's something I don't know. It's like, at least for Mewtwo wise, it's like something of a more bigger mystery and whatnot. All I'm saying is if they do this right, if they make these two the mascots instead, that means we might have something more in stored for the legendary Pokemons. And that's, I think that'd be much more exciting this way than having to have them revealed, revealed off the bat of the past in the past generations. Because sometimes I feel like the legendaries kind of lose their charm if they're not written in a way that kind of twists their lore and whatnot. I think Gen 8 has done handled the best, whereas Generation 9, Scarlet Violet, their legendaries with you know what I'm talking about. Those they're not really actually legendaries per se. Just actually they're technically the paradox of a certain cycle that lives dragon cycle Pokemon. I forgot the name. I'm so sorry. It's been a while. But yeah, like I say, yeah, I don't much to say. If they make if they make these two the mascots, I would not be opposed because that means there's actually something more in store for the actual legendary themselves. But yeah, I not much else to say. So yeah, what do you guys? I mean, I'm not sure what else I can say about it. I'm like very excited for this new Pokemon game. How long is it? Oh wow, 20 minutes, over 20 minutes. Oh yeah, so yeah, I definitely overstated my welcome about the new Pokemon games. I'm excited. I got Switch 2, so I'm definitely prepared. Which version I'm picking? I have no idea. Will they do like a special like double pack release? I don't know. That's something I will need to talk with my sister about when that time comes. But yeah, not much else to say. So until next time, bye bye.